1-2 pitch coming to Pena from Caswell Smith. Smith gets set, fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big time strikeout for Caswell Smith, and there's one away. From Caswell Smith, fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Caswell Smith. And the Sock Puppets are down to their final out. 1-2 with 2 outs coming. Caswell Smith steps in, casting away in the batter's box. 1-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. Smith sets, fires. Hit to right field, hangs in the air, looking for it, Saylor, and Smith makes the catch in the outfield. Flyboys win! Miles Smith runs all the way from center field, makes the snag, and ends the ball game as the Flyboys win it.
It's time to go inside the game. We're getting you set for tonight's matchup with all the analysis and notes you need for Flyboys baseball. Now, here's Flyboys manager, Jermaine Curtis.
Rich Martin here for the Flyboys Broadcasting Network pregame show. The second half of the season is ready to get underway. Flyboys on the road at the Bluefield Ridge Runners, joined here by Coach Jermaine Curtis. Coach Curtis, solid first half. Finished season at first half of the season at 500, 15-15. Had a 5-game winning streak in the middle of that. Your pitchers, your bullpen especially, that stretch looked really good. And of course, once you got your whole team together, your hitters started really popping off. A lot of home runs for Ian Daugherty, Bo Ankeny, and other guys. What's your overall takeaway from the first half of the season?
Well, going back to the whole premise of this league is to develop these guys. From the day they got here to where they are right now, they've gotten so much better. If we look at Bo Ankeny, he's hitting the ball to the right field. He's staying on those sliders and changeups. And
looking again to keep it within striking distance, down 3-0. 0-1, that one's hit, and over the head of the first baseman, Daugherty, toward right field, rounding first to St. Laurent. Saylor's going to pick it up, fires towards second. The throw's on in time. What a play! Kean Saylor! Saylor guns out. St. Laurent trying to go for 2. Diaz with the grab, a perfect throw by Kean Saylor. There's one out here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
This is Richard Martin for the Flyboys Broadcasting Network, and now it's time for Meet the Flyboys. I'm joined today by Kean Saylor from Fordham University. Kean, great first year at Fordham. You played both pitcher and in the outfield, so kind of want to talk to you about that a little bit. How have you is there a different way you prepare from where if you're going to be pitching or playing in the outfield on a certain game day?
Yeah, definitely. I try to compartmentalize both positions. So when I'm pitching, just focus on pitching. When I'm hitting, just focus on hitting. I'm definitely more of an outfielder, but with our injuries that we had this past spring, I had to step up and pitch a little, which I was fine with doing because I pitched a lot in high school.
Tonight, the Flyboys and the Doughboys renew their rivalry with a 3-game series in Johnson City. The road to a second straight Appy League championship starts right now for the Flyboys. Now, here's the voice of the Greeneville Flyboys, Richard Martin.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Flyboys pregame show as the Greeneville Flyboys are back on the road following a 6-game homestand for 3 straight road games at Johnson City before taking on a 3-game road stand, the second part next week. But starts first here in Johnson City, just up the road at TVA Credit Union Ballpark, as the Flyboys look to break a 2-game losing streak. Take on the Johnson City Doughboys, who are coming off a split with Pulaski in which there were 64 combined runs scored in 2 games, including a 22-13 victory for Johnson City on night 1. Flyboys looking to get some offense going against the Doughboys. They've been outscored 16-2 against Johnson City in their first 2 meetings last week at Pioneer Park. Now finding themselves at TVA Credit Union Ballpark for the first time this season, a place they'll be familiar with over the next 3 days. So the Flyboys and the Doughboys renewing their rivalry. Before we can look forward, we need to look back a little bit. The past week, we saw some incredible action, especially in that 6-game homestand at Pioneer Park. You saw some great defensive plays. You saw some home runs hit. And, of course, you saw a walk-off victory for the Flyboys over the Bristol State Liners. When we come back, we're going to look at the top 5 plays of the past week for the Flyboys. And then we'll get you set with starting lineups, national anthem, and everything you need to know for tonight's contest. Battle of the Boys continues as the Flyboys take on the Doughboys tonight in Johnson City, Tennessee. This is the Flyboys pregame show on the Flyboys Broadcasting Network.
Down by this many runs as Blackledge gets underneath that one. That one hangs in the air. Going back is Taylor. He's going to keep going back at the wall, and he makes the catch falling down. Will Taylor, are you serious? Will Taylor falling down somehow made that catch, bumbled and stumbled and grabbed it, and makes the fantastic catch at the wall.
Going one. That one's hit right toward Bridie. Makes the catch. What a play! Graham Bridie caught that one right in his breadbasket and makes the play to get the first out of the fifth inning. My goodness, Graham Bridie.
Here's the pitch. Smith gets underneath that one. Hanging in the air. It's going to go back at the wall. That's how you start a season. His first at-bat of the year, Miles Smith hits a home run to center field, and the Flyboys are now up 2-1. Welcome to Greeneville and the Appy League, Miles Smith.
On that team, and he's probably your shortstop. That's a dangerous middle infield. First pitch swinging. That gets through the hole. 28th RBI of the season for Brock Daniels. An RBI single scorer Smith first of the day. And just like that, the Flyboys starting right off from where they ended last night with a 1-0 lead. Tonight, the 1-0 pitch. That one's hit toward right field. Hanging in the air. And it's going to keep going. It is gone. Absolutely crushed by Brock Daniels. A 2-run bomb to right field, 6-1 lead for the Flyboys. That ball was absolutely smoked by Brock. And if it wasn't for the netting, it would be out in the road. Trying to take away the sacrifice, 0-2. Daniels rips that one to right field. Going to hang high in the air. Keeps going at the wall. Bounces off the wall. One run's going to come in. Daniels goes to second base. Smith's going to come home. The throw is cut off, but not in time. That is a 2 RBI double. And Brock Daniels has 5 RBIs today and is a triple short of the cycle, and it's just the third inning. First pitch hits off the end of the bat toward left field. Wood's going to charge for it. Can't catch up to it. It stays fair. That's an RBI double for Daniels. Daniels is trying for 3. The throw to third is on one. Not in time. Bang, play. Brock Daniels has hit for the cycle. Close play at third. An RBI triple for Brock Daniels. He has hit for the cycle.